it's me. Hello. This is going to be Sunday school for this week. Isn't it crazy that you're either looking on your computer or on your phone, maybe even the TV, to have Sunday school? But that's what we're going to do for a little while since we can't go to church right now. So I miss you like crazy, and I love you, and I can't wait to see you guys again. So today for Sunday school, we are going to talk about the book of Lamentations. So that's a weird word, but we're going to learn about it. So if you remember in Sunday school, we've been talking about Jeremiah, the prophet. He had messages from God, right? So he lived in the country of Judah and in the city of Jerusalem. So let's see. Judah, they had some good kings, but then they had some really bad kings that led them to do some things that were not right. They had some false gods and false idols that they kept worshiping, even though they knew that there was only one true God. They kept on, even though Jeremiah kept sending them messages from God trying to warn them that there was going to be very bad consequences if they kept on worshiping those gods. So he kept telling them and telling them and telling them, but they didn't listen. They ignored him. So, what happens if we don't do what we're asked, if we disobey either mama or daddy or grandma or anybody? We have consequences, right? So, sometimes we get in trouble. Sometimes we're hard-headed, get in trouble. So, that's what happened to the people of Judah. So, once they ignored for so long, God said, okay, it's time. You're going to have to be disciplined. You're going to have that consequence. So it was pretty bad. The whole country of Judah. There was the country of Judah, and then there was the city of Jerusalem. And the city of Jerusalem had the big special temple, and it was destroyed. The people of Babylon, which was another country, they came and destroyed the whole city. They tore down the temple, took the people to a different place where they had to be slaves. So it was a really bad consequence, but they were warned many, many times, right? They didn't listen. So after all of this, Jeremiah had warned them and warned them and warned them, and they didn't listen. So they had this big, terrible consequence that happened. So Jeremiah was so sad. He was so sad. He wrote a whole book that ended up being in the Bible. So he wrote down all of his feelings about how sad he was that his city and his country had been destroyed. So this is the book of Lamentations. So I've got my Bible, and I'm going to find Lamentations. Y'all might remember it from our songs, our song from the song, our song of the books of the Bible. There we go. Getting myself tongue-tied. Okay, so here's my Bible. Lamentations. It is right after the book of Jeremiah. So is that going to be Old Testament or New Testament? I bet y'all can call it out to me, even though I can't hear you right now. Can you call it out? It is in the Old Testament, right? So Jeremiah, Lamentations. There it is. Okay, so I found Lamentations in my Bible in the Old Testament. There are 5 chapters in Lamentations. So it's kind of a short book, but it's full of really, really sad things because Jeremiah was so sad that all of this had happened to his country. So let's see. Let me find my notes. So he was really, really sad. He wrote down all of his feelings, which is something that we can do too. Sometimes we can, if we get really, really sad or if we get really, really angry, we get really scared, we can write it all down in like a journal or a diary, and we can write down our prayers too, and just so that we can kind of look back and see that, we can write down our prayers and see when God answers them and how he answers them, and you can go down and write back of like when that happened, and you can kind of remember how good God is. So Lamentations It's, like I said, very, very sad. Sad. I'm so sad. So sad. But right in the middle, remember I said there were 5 chapters. Something really, really cool. And right in the middle of it, in chapter 3, remember chapters are the big numbers. Chapter 3, there is a verse. This whole chapter is a little bit more happy because he's remembering that God gives us hope. That we can be sad and that's okay, but God gives us hope for new days and new things to come. So, chapter 3, verse 22 says, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." And that he was talking to God, that God is so great and he is so faithful to be right there with us. No matter what we're going through, God is right there. So, let me see. What about when you're so happy and you're loving, and get the heart eyes? Is God right there with us and happy for us and loves us? Yeah, he's there. What about when we are just super cool and happy and just loving life and taking it easy? Yeah, God is right there. He's happy too. But what about when we get really, really mad and angry? Is God still right there? Yeah, he's right there. He's going to help us through that. Do we need to get really, really mad and hit somebody? No, let's don't do that. Don't hurt anybody. What if you get really, really mad and throw something and break something? Is that good? No, let's don't do that. So we can be mad. That's okay to get mad, get angry about something, but we don't want to hurt anybody or anything, right? We want to be respectful and respect God's things, right? So it's okay to get angry. And like I said, we can write down those feelings if that's something you feel like would help. Or you can talk to somebody calmly once you calm down and kind of see what y'all can do to help make that situation better where it's not so bad. Okay, what about when you're so sad? Oh, so sad. And you feel like it's not going to get better. Think like, oh, it's so bad. I just can't take it anymore. I'm so sad. I just want to cry. I just want to lay down in the bed and cry. That's okay. God is right there with you too. He's going to help you through that too. He's right there to help you feel better. And you know what? Sometimes it's okay to just be sad. Sometimes we just have to cry. That's fine. God's going to be right there. And just like Jeremiah found, even though he was so, so sad, he figured out and found out and remembered. He remembered because he knew God. He remembered that God was right there and he still has hope for new days. And the bad stuff's going to eventually go away. It might not be right away, but it'll let up. And it won't be so bad later on. And that we have hope in God and that he is always right there with us. So I'm going to read our verse one more time. We're going to see, and here's a big version of it. They left out the first part, which I like. I like the first part, so I'm going to read it. "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed. His compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." So God is so great, so faithful. He is always right there with us to help us no matter what we're feeling, whatever feelings we have, whatever hard times we're going through. He's right there with us. You can pray to him, call on him anytime. Remember, he's always right there. He's right there to be whatever you need. He is like a father. He's like whatever you're needing. Okay, so I hope that is a good lesson for everybody. I know it is for me. I have to remember that myself. So I hope everybody has a great week. Keep up with your schoolwork and all the stuff that you're supposed to be doing. And I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.